This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And the Astros got exactly what they needed tonight, which was a very easy, big blowout victory against the Miami Marlins to kind of clear your thoughts from what went on over the weekend against the Boston Red Sox, where they just, couldn't score at all. Scored a whopping 5 runs over the weekend against Boston. Guess what they did tonight in their big blowout inning of the 4th? They scored 5 runs. Hello and welcome tonight to the Locked On Astros Postcast following the 8-2 win over the Marlins. I am your host, Michael Connor. Thank you for joining us live here on the channel. We appreciate you as always. If you're not watching live, you're watching later on, or you're listening later on, we appreciate you as well. Make sure you stop by after the games. We're live here for the Locked On Astros Postcast. Win or lose. I would say draw, but you can't draw in this sport. So win or lose, we'll be here. We'll be here again tomorrow night after the Astros Marlins play game 2 of this series. This episode of the Locked On Astros Postcast brought to you by 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. Go to 5hourenergy.com today. Use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your order. Only valid through September 30th. Order transfusion-flavored 5-Hour Energy shots today. So, what are you walking away from this one talking about more than anything else?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, number one, the fact is that the Astros went out there in this baseball game today, and they hit the ball. 11 hits, 8 runs. They got to Alcantara after he had a stellar start to the game. And I'll tell you exactly what was the turning point of getting to him.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It was for the Astros today, the fact that they got through the order the first time, and you kind of saw it happening. They hit the ball hard a lot, and they just didn't get results. He threw a lot of breaking stuff, and they were out in front on some of it. They hit a couple fastballs hard. They hit everything at somebody, but everything was hit hard. I think the first 4 outs of the game were all warning track shots, or at the very least, one step in front of the warning track. It's not a short hit or drive to drive the baseball out that far in any park in baseball. So you knew that the results were coming. And I really felt like the second time through the order for the Astros tonight, they specifically, I think you kind of saw it, they sat on breaking pitches. And they got results. And they kept hitting the ball hard. And what do you know? If you hit the ball hard, it's crazy to think. Hit the ball hard, eventually you're going to get hits, right? Groundbreaking stuff here on the Astros Postcast. But that's the truth of it. And they got that. They had the huge breakout inning that they needed. They batted around. Just kind of makes you go, whew. Everything that they needed to do, from Pena to Sanchez, to Correa driving in a run that inning, to Walker, to Carrot, he didn't have anything there. Yainer Diaz in that inning. Everybody up and down the lineup today. The only guy that didn't get in on the mix that Christian Walker didn't have a hit, but he did drive in the run with the fielder's choice. Taylor Trammell was hitless. Chaz didn't get a hit in his brief time in the game either. But the Astros, like I mentioned, 11 hits, and they hit the ball with authority. Did not hit the ball over the fence tonight. They hit it hard, and they had 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles in the baseball game. That is where you get results, and that is where you put up runs when you drive the baseball. It's what we all want to see them do every single night. We know that they're capable of it. They did have, I thought, outside of Sunday, Friday and Saturday, they had a lot of good at-bats with some loud contact and didn't get a lot of results in those 2 games. Yesterday, they didn't have anything. Today, they had the loud contact, and they got the results. Maybe it's a sign that things are going to pick up. Yeah, I want to be optimistic with it. And they have to. We've talked about it till we're blue in the face. This team, AL West lead dwindling. As we sit here doing this show in this very moment, I know the Rangers are playing tonight. They are currently beating the Yankees, so that's that. The Mariners are not. They're idle. So the Astros pick up a half game on them tonight. It puts the American League West standings at, let's see if MLB.com's website has updated. It does not appear that it has 6. No, it has not. So the Astros are 3 games ahead of the Mariners in the American League West at 63 and 50. Seattle, by the way, will be starting a series on Tuesday, and they will be taking on the Chicago White Sox. So in all likelihood, I think the White Sox, those have actually played winning baseball since the All-Star break. But in all likelihood, Seattle's probably going to play pretty well against that baseball team for a few days. So it's on the Astros to, down here in Miami, take care of some business before they go up to New York and take on the Yankees. Even if they've been playing poorly, they're still the Yankees. You just never know. And it's going to be interesting to see how they've kind of played this out. They've got next couple of games. Arrigetti's making a start somewhere. They got I'm sorry to poor AJ Blue Ball. I can't. I have a hard time saying his name for some reason. He's on the taxi squad. I guess he might make a start. It sounds like they're trying to save Hunter Brown and save Framber Valdez for the series in New York. What they have to keep doing, though, between now and then into that series is just hitting. Results. You get the results, confidence builds, and they can push themselves back in the right direction. Because the month of August before you blink is going to be, look, we're 4 days in. It's not like it's very far, but you watch. You get done with this road trip, and the month is almost halfway over. And we're talking about a month and a half left of baseball before the regular season comes to an end. And don't forget, in that month of September, Astros still have 3 games against Seattle at home at the end of the season. Their last 3 home games of the year will be against the Mariners at home. Those will be important ones. And they do have 6 games against Texas in the month of September as well, kicking off the month. And then in the series before, the Seattle series. So get all these wins now. Start picking it back up. Bank it. Put it away. Build a lead back up in the West. Pound it together. I loved at bats tonight. Just wanted to point them out. From Jeremy Pena's been awesome since he came back overall. Say it once, say it twice, say it a million times. Pay the man his money. I don't care that he hires Scott Boras. Just get it done. Lock him and Carlos up on the left side of the infield for years to come. Let's go. I've been impressed with Jesus Sanchez so far. He gets his first run batted in tonight, but I kind of like the swing. I kind of like the at bats. I think the Astros probably find a way to tap into some more of his power. He's a big guy. There's got to be more power in that bat. We'll see if the Astros can find it. Correa only got the 1 hit tonight, but I've liked a lot of what we've seen out of Correa so far. I think results are going to come with him. Christian Walker didn't have anything tonight. He had a good weekend overall. Diner's been hot, which is good. The numbers for him are going in the right direction. I need him to keep that up. And Cam Smith had a 2-hit night tonight. Gosh, did Cam Smith need to see that night? Because he has been just downright terrible of late. You know who was not terrible tonight? The starting pitcher for your Houston Astros. George Costanza. No, I'm sorry. Jason Alexander. We'll talk about him here in a brief second on the Locked On Astros Postcast. Before we talk about Costanza or Alexander, let me tell you about it's time to fuel up and turn it up. The 5-Hour Energy Transfusion brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Let's be honest, some days on the course or off of it, you just need a little extra boost to stay sharp and energized. I'll get out there, play around the golf. You feeling a little, About halfway through it, you take the little shot of 5-Hour Energy, you're good to go. Golf is all about good times and good people and good flavors, of course. Grape, ginger, lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev cart. You go to 5hourenergy.com today. That is the number 5hourenergy.com. You can use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. This code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5-hour energy shots today. And one more message before we get back to our Astros discussion. Remind you guys about where you be putting down the money. Summer sports in full swing, and whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. I'm using FanDuel to track my favorite matchups, and the app keeps it fresh with new daily promotions and fun ways to bet. It's easy to use, fast to pay out, and makes even regular season games feel like must-watch events. Whether I'm placing a same-game parlay or watching a bet ride in the ninth inning, FanDuel makes it feel like I'm part of the action. New to FanDuel, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. Astros winners tonight over the Marlins and doing it in easy fashion, 8-2. I'm Michael Connor, your host of the Locked On Astros Postcast. Thank you for joining us here after this victory. Astros improving to 63-50 on the season. And the question from this one is, who is taking home?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
It's going to be pretty obvious tonight. I could go with one of the guys in the lineup that did it big and help the Astros get there, but I'm going through my box scores. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, and I'm going, you know what? Jason Alexander, sir, take a bow. 6 shutout innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed. Got into some trouble there in the 6th. You could tell he was really starting to run out of gas, but dug deep, found a way to get through it, and stepped up for this baseball team when they need it. You know, it's been a pretty rough stretch for the Astros over the last few weeks when it comes to starting pitching. It's not typical of what this team has always been great at. It's not, early this season when they got on that run where they were playing incredible baseball, a lot of it was led by the fact that the starting pitching went out there every single night and gave you a chance to win. They've had a lot of guys recently kind of, throw a wrench into that. Colton Gordon's not been all that great. Of course, they've lost Brandon Walter. He's out. He had been probably the most stable of all the guys. Gusto was here. He's now gone. He is now with the Marlins. He was in that Jesus Sanchez trade. And tonight, they could have been in a tough spot. Now, they do have the day off on Thursday, which is beneficial to getting rest. But they could have been in a tough spot if Alexander didn't go out there and eat some innings. And guess what he did? He did eat the innings. He got the 6, and he was brilliant doing it. He's got some stuff that plays. He hasn't really caught on anywhere before. But if there's one thing that this team always finds a way to do, of course, it's make some guys look like, they can compete at the big league level. He's got that pretty wicked changeup. And when he's spotting it, spots pretty well. He doesn't have a huge fastball, but I think it plays well in the zone when you got to change up the dives down and into righties, down and away to lefties, the way that it does. I don't know what his role is going to look like. Like I mentioned, Spencer Arrighetti's going to be coming back here very soon. Of course, the Astros are also going to be getting back the likes of others when it comes to Christian Javier and Luis Garcia, and that they're going to be in a spot where they can go out there and they can absolutely have an abundance of pitching all of a sudden. Be great to have, right? Would be a big-time boost to this team. We'll see what kind of role Alexander plays for himself. But they needed that out of him tonight in the worst way. Now, the question is, can they do this again tomorrow night? I am going to check the social media world real quick to see if there's been anything announced on who is starting tomorrow's baseball game. There has been nothing to this point as we do this show live. So whoever it is, we will be talking about it as soon as the game ends tomorrow night because, well, let's just go ahead and say it. The Astros will win again tomorrow night. They will win. They will play good baseball. They will bust out with more bats, and we will be talking about good things. They're going to sweep Miami. Let's just speak it into existence. You guys have a great rest of your Monday night. Don't forget, again, tomorrow night when the game wraps up, join me right here for the Locked On Astros Postcast. I'll talk to you then. Enjoy this.